So, welcome to Banky Tech YouTube channel. So, if this is your first time, you are welcome. So, our main goal today is to solve enumeration and brute forcing in tryhackme. So, currently, we are focusing on understanding verbose error. So now, let's take a look at the description here. Imagine you are a detective with a knack for spotting clues that others might overlook in the world of web development. Verbose errors are like unintentional whispers of a system revealing revealing secret meant to be kept hidden. These details, okay, internal parts, database details, user information. You can actually scroll through this to read this, but there's no time for reading because that's not why we are here. We are here to solve the lab, but you can read through it. As for me, I've solved the lab before, so it is something you can do. The role of enumeration and brute forcing. When it comes to breaching authentication, enumeration and brute forcing often go hand in hand. User enumeration, discovering valid username set to stage. So the goal of this lab is to solve this lab. So this is how we are going to do it. If you take a look at the instruction, it said when you input an invalid email, the website will respond with email does not exist, indicating that the email has not been registered. So the main goal of this lab is to have access to the right email. That is the main goal of this lab. So if we have access to the right email, then we have successfully solved the lab. So I've solved this lab before and I'm not going to scroll down so much because the answer is already there, but I'm going to skip to the main part. So the first thing we have to do is to connect your machine. So if you have already connected your Kali Linux, your I mean if you have already connected your tryhackme to your Kali Linux machine, so you can actually do it through here. I've already connected mine, so there's no need of connecting it again. But if you have any issue about connecting, I can help you with that. So let's move over to why we are here. So if you take a look at what is given here, it said, okay, input input an invalid email and invalid password, and when you do, it will give you email does not exist. However, if the email is already registered, the website will respond with an invalid password error message indicating that the email in the database but the password is incorrect. So let's move on how to solve that. First of all, we have to navigate to this row. Okay, it's currently loading. Okay, so what we do, let's add some random email. According to the lab, it said who am I and gmail.com. Then password, I can tap any random password, then click on submit. It said email does not exist. And if you take a look at the instruction given here, it says the same thing, email does not exist. So our goal is to bring out the right email that will fit in the description of this login page. So if the email is already registered, the website will respond with invalid password. So now test.com is the right email, right? So let's try test.com. Okay, okay, test and test. Okay, let me click on login. Oh, maybe I made an error. Okay, dot. If you click on it, test.com, click on submit. Invalid password. So now the email is correct, but the password is not correct. So now what we are going to do is we are going to brute force. And when we do brute force, we get the right email address to this web page that was given to us to phone app. So getting the email address is the main thing we are here. So now, okay, below is a Python script that will check for valid email in the target web app. Save the code below as script.py. What this actually means is that this is the code that we're going to use to brute force the right email address. So, and to do that, you can simply copy it from the beginning. You can simply copy it, right? You can copy it, then I've already copied mine already. So you can actually copy the full script, then visit your Kali Linux machine, and then okay, and then click on click on nano okay nano hold on nanoscript.py. So if you click on this, it will create an open file, but I already copied mine and paste it here. But if you have not, you can simply paste it here for you to, you know, save the script file. But mine, I've already saved it already, so that is why it already existed. So now that we have already, you know, save our script file, the next thing to do is to download the list of email address for brute forcing. And to do that, we can simply go to our tryhackme, and if you look at this code below, above, there's something they give us an example. Okay, hold on. I think I should go down a little bit where we can find the list of email address for payload. Okay, I think I need to go down a little bit. Okay, yeah, look at it. It said we can use a common list of email for this repository. So if you click on it, is where we are going to download the email that we are going to use for our payload. So these are the email that we are going to use for our payload. There are so many right here. There are a lot of emails right here. But what we need to do is to save it. I've already saved mine, but you can click on this particular button to download the file. And when it's downloaded, it's going to appear on your download file. Okay, this is my download file, and this is it. Username gmail.txt. So all we have to do is copy. Okay, copy. Then okay, go to our download. It's time for us to run the script file. Python 3. Okay, script.py username.txt. So when you click on it, it's going to, run a brute force attack. And when it does, the right email address to that login page will appear here. So I'm going to pause this video because this brute forcing may actually take some time. So I don't want to waste your time. So when it is done, the right credential will appear here. Okay, it's still currently loading and we have not gotten the right email address here. So let's wait a little longer. When it's done brute forcing, can get the right information. Right now, we have finally got the right email, candace and gmail.com. So this is the right email. So if you copy it and go to your tryhackme, your machine is going to expire soon. Okay, hold on. And you go to tryhackme, then you scroll down. Okay. So now this is you see, what is the valid email address from the list? So now the candace and gmail.com you copy, you can paste it here and click on here. So after that, you have successfully solved the lab. So it's very easy and simple, you know. So Sayonara.